Hey, good Saturday evening, everyone. Hope you are all having a good one, and thanks for tuning in. Here's the progress video for my AMT 1993 Ford Ranger Splash pickup. All right, well, as you can see, the cab and the bed have the fading effects, from the sun beating down over the years. So what I did is I took some flat white craft paint here, and I dry brushed it, and I just started putting it in, different areas of the cab and the bed, along crevices, and stuff like that. But yeah, you can kind of see it has that look, like an old worn out clear coat. The sun just beating on it over the years. That's I'm pretty happy with how the roof came out. It looks about right. The hood here, where the contours are, I think that's what I meant, contours, not crevices, contours. My wife had made a comment. She said it looked like someone attempted to do a wax job on it, and it just never came out of the contours. And I thought that was right, and I liked it. I said, yeah, that's a good way to put it. I think we'll just leave it at that too. So yeah, it's got a bunch of sun fading and some areas where wax just never came out, I guess. Yeah, so there's the mirrors. The mirrors are not perfect, are not permanently installed. They're just in there so you can see how they'll look. I'll get those installed, of course. Here's the back of the cab, and there's your rear brake light there, and above the back window. Yeah, I definitely got it rubbed in, and it definitely looks like it's been worn and faded by the sun. I think I pretty much nailed it. It's my first time I've ever done that on a model build, and that's definitely not my last time either. I just need to perfect it, just do it more, practice with it, but I'm pretty happy with it. I even did it to the headlights there. You can see where the headlights have been, the headlights and the turn signal lights, you can see where they've been worn by the sun too. So did a little bit on the grill too. The windshield on mine, because it's an old kit, this kit's over 30 years old, so the windshield had some blemish on it, I guess from probably from the tires. I'm fine with it though, because it's a worn truck, so it looks like it's just got damage to the windshield. So it's appropriate for this build. Yeah, there's your splash decals. This one right here, this pinstripe in the front, oh my God! Yesterday when I was applying it, man, it gave me a lot of trouble. It kept moving. I couldn't keep, every time I tried to straighten it, it would move up or move down. Typical problems with decals. We've all been through it. But then eventually I got it where it was pretty good, and I was satisfied with it. And then I moved on to the one onto the driver door here, and it wasn't near as bad. It didn't take me as long. I did fight with it a little bit, but not as bad. So yeah, you can see it's kind of hard to, there we go, if I back it off. You can see where it says splash. So I took a silver marker to the Ranger badges on the side, since there was no decal. 90s, they didn't really include a lot of those good decals like they do now. I hope this kit comes back soon. That would be nice. Hopefully AMT will reissue the splash kit, because it's a good kit. I enjoyed building it. It's very detailed. It has a lot of the 90s AMT truck kits, the 90s pickup truck kits were the pretty good kits. I wish the 92 through 96 F-150s had a little bit more detail. I feel that these Ranger kits had a little bit better detail under the hood and on the cabs and such, but I feel they have, like, for instance, one thing that sucks on those F-150 kits is because they're automatics, they don't have the shift lever here and the turn signal stock. But then again, neither does this Ranger, but at least it has the shift lever because it's a manual. So anyway, I'll get back to the interior here in a minute. So here's the bed, and you can see it's got that worn, faded look. I thought I did better on the bed, actually. I feel like I did. There's the back, and this truck is based on a real Ford Ranger Splash that I saw at my local junkyard We were at the junkyard back in December, I believe it was, to look for some parts for our 2002 Explorer. And when we were looking around, I didn't even notice it until I just happened to look in front of me, and I was standing right behind a Ford Ranger Splash in the same red, and it was faded like this. It was actually worse looking, I think. And I remember the Splash decal on the tailgate was very faded out. I was trying to get it like that. I could still, it's not too late to try to, make the fading heavier, so I might even try to do that. You can see I really brought it out on that Ford emblem there. So yeah, this is a good kit overall. I still got a weather underneath the bed, so yeah, this is no big deal. I mean, I could add a little bit of rust here, but no one will ever see it, so definitely not a concern. But yeah, I'll definitely get this dirtied and maybe add some rust effects on the bottom here for sure. But yeah, I feel like I did better on the bed than I did the cab. But the cab looks good. I'm not at all saying I did a bad job on it. So I think overall I did a great job with it, especially being my first time doing that. And I'm already used to doing regular weathering with road grime and rust. So here's your front bumper. Very nice front bumper too. But yeah, you can see where I did the same treatment, gave it that worn look and that fading on the red. The rubber piece here on the bottom, I need to dirty that up still too. Doesn't make sense for it to be clean, so I'll get it. I'll take some flat black craft paint, just kind of dry brush it in, make it look like it's worn. Let's see here, the rear bumper, very nice. Did the same thing. Like I said, I'll go ahead and get this rubber part here dirtied up too. I decided to go with the Montana license plate that came with the kit. So yep, that's how the bumpers look. The chassis, pretty good chassis. I'll go ahead and get that dirty where the fenders are, where the engine bay is. You can see the rust on the exhaust piping there. All right, let's flip her over here. It's just a spare tire falling out. I still need to glue it in. I did some surface rust in areas and also some dry brushing with the black to give it that road grime build-up look. Driveline, I added some rust on. You can see where on the exhaust, on the piping there, and on the muffler, I rusted it out all the way to the end there. I did some surfaced rust on the spare tire rack and some on the leaf springs. Nothing bad though, just surface rust. Not something, something you couldn't fix for sure. Fuel tank there, a little bit of rust, more road grime buildup on that. Tires were nice and rubbed, and then I weathered the rims. The wheels, I wasn't going for chrome, so what I did is, like I always do, is I spray painted, I black primered them, and then I spray painted them in the Rust-Oleum metallic aluminum is what I did. And then I detailed them, and then I took my flat black and added some road grime, and that was the result of it. So yeah, it looks like they have road grime buildup on them. I even added some around the walls of the tires too. This one looks a lot more better, or a lot more perfect than the front one here. You can really see that I rubbed it in there. And of course, here's the passenger side, same treatment. So yep, there's your shocks. I painted them yellow, added a little bit of dirt buildup on them too. So yeah, I didn't paint the shocks on the front. I should have done that, but it's no big deal. You're not really going to see them anyway, so I just didn't bother. Whatever. All right, let's move on to the interior. In the interior, I just painted it a deep flat matte deep gray color, same color that I painted the Sky Crane actually. It looked pretty much spot on. I did add some weathering down there on the carpeting. You can see the effects there, as if just from getting in and out all the time, your feet rubbing. I even added some on the lower end of the door panels too. So there's your dashboard. I got the vents done, the little handle for the glove box. Your steering wheel there. There's your shift lever. Boot was painted in a flat black to give it that rubber effect. I did some minor weathering on the bottoms of the seats there. So yeah, the dash came out pretty well. Would have been nice if it came with some gauge decals, but again, it looks good. So these 90s Ford pickups didn't have a lot of flashy detail on the dashboards anyway. So yeah, that's the interior. Very basic. You know, there's your cup holders and all that good stuff. No door panel detail on this one. No window cranks or oh, that's what that is. That's a hair that landed on that steering wheel. I was wondering what that was. I thought it was like a little cobweb or something. That can't be. This is new, so yeah, it's just a hair. I'll blow it off. But anyway, yeah, the door panels have no detail at all. Yeah, no window cranks, no handles, really, nothing. At least the F-150 kits have a little bit of detail on the door panels, just the electric locks and the window switches. So yeah, that's the interior, and let's move on to the 4.0 V6. You see the transmission's been heavily dirtied up. The engine too. The exhaust manifolds are rusted out. The Fram oil filter has some road grime buildup on it. You can see the areas of rust that I put on the engine. Some rust on the back here of the heads. There's your left side exhaust manifold. There's your upper intake manifold, your power steering pump. I like how on these kits, though, I like how the power steering pump is a separate piece. You paint it and you glue it in. I like that it's not molded into the front cover here. There's your alternator there, oil filler cap with the tube, your distributor. I almost lost the starter, so this kit almost didn't have a starter. I ended up finding it a couple of days ago, and then I brought it in and hand painted it black, and then did the metal color with the silver marker, and then of course the solenoid I colored with the silver marker. But yeah, the engine looks pretty well weathered and all that good stuff. I'm happy with how it came out. There's your fan. I believe this is a plastic fan, unlike the earlier F-150s that have the metal fans, right? Yeah, so this most likely was a plastic fan, so I painted it white and then I just weathered it. There's your AC compressor. Your I believe that is your automatic belt tensioner. So yep, that's the little 4.0 V6. I'm pretty proud of it. It looks good. All right. Let's see. Here is there's your air box with your intake duct. I weathered it too. I painted it flat black. I want to say that would be the what is it called? The MAF sensor. That little component right here that I painted silver. I'm gonna go with that. If it's not, let me know on this truck. Of course, there's your losing focus here. There's your clamp that holds the intake duct to the where it goes onto the throttle body. I got that done, and then like I said, I took some flat black paint and some tan, did a light mixture, and it gave it a nice dirt look. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the results. And then there's your radiator. Dirtied it up nicely. I got the radiator cap detailed. I'm thinking about doing the fins in the aluminum color. I probably will. So yeah, that's the radiator. Not bad for what it is. Easy to install. Here's your radiator hoses. Did the same treatment. Just gave them some weathering, made them look dirty. And then let's see. I have two more to show. Okay, so here is your exhaust Y-pipe connector. I still need to weather it, so I haven't done that yet. So that'll get done here shortly. Probably tomorrow, though. Tomorrow will be final assembly. I will probably have the video out tomorrow night, the final reveal. That's my plan. So, yeah, so that's your exhaust Y pipe, and then your tie rod. I did weather it with some road grime, but I just need to install it now. I should have installed it days ago. It just kept slipping my mind. So yeah, I'll get that installed, and that's pretty much it. That's all that I really have to show off on this truck. Like I said, I'm pretty happy with it. It's been a fun build. I would gladly do it again. Like I say, if they bring it back, you best believe I'll be doing another one. Here's the spare tire real quick. I just painted it flat black, and then I weathered the rim. I added some rust effects. I just need to glue it onto glue the tire onto the rack and then be done with it. But yeah, I would definitely recommend this kit if you have been thinking about doing it. It's very easy to build. I've had minimal issues putting it together so far. Not much to complain about. It goes together pretty well. So I would definitely give this one a 5. 1 through 5, I'd definitely give it a 5. To me, it's definitely a good kit. I know a lot of AMT kits are a pain in the ass, but these 90s pickup kits, for the most part, are pretty good. They did a really good job on these kits. I heard somewhere that I guess in the late 80s, early 90s, AMT was trying to compete with Revell and Tamiya. They wanted to make better detail kits, and I guess this was their result, is what I heard. So it doesn't surprise me if that's the case, because they did a good job on these. They're definitely my favorite. They're my favorite kits, really. I mean, they have the best detail, and they're just some of the best AMT kits I've ever put together. So even the 1/20th scale Lindbergh, the big Lindbergh kits, are really good kits. I've built the early 90s Ford Explorer. I built 2 of those, I think. Yeah, I built 2 of those. Those were good. I enjoyed those. Very detailed. And I've done the mid-90s Chevy Blazer and GMC Jimmy. Those were really fun and easy to do. Lots of detail. They're pretty realistic kits. The only thing is the big scale is just kind of weird. It's good for me because I have such large hands, so the bigger the parts, the easier they are to work with. But they're just so odd because of the odd scale. They look funny because they're so big. Like why would you? I just can't see a 1/20th scale Toyota or a 1/20th scale Nissan hardbody. Why not make, since they're such small trucks, why not make them in 1/25th scale? That would have been nice. It would be nice to see those kits engineered in a 1/25th scale, man, because I mean that would just be more realistic, But no, I've also done 2 of the mid to late 90s Jeep Grand Cherokees. Those I recommend if anybody ever wants to do those Lindbergh kits. Get those. Those are really good kits. I've done 2 of them. I have a 3rd one in my stash. So, but yeah, no, I definitely praise AMT for these 90s pickup kits. They're really good. So if anybody's never built one and they see them on, like eBay or something, and the price is right, I'd say grab them. I don't think you would be disappointed. The decals, of course, will give you problems because of their age. They're 30 plus years old. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, next step from here is the final reveal after final assembly. So you'll get to see that probably tomorrow night. I don't anticipate this taking long at all to finish off. So you guys have a good night. Be safe, and we'll catch you tomorrow night. All right.